my precious child. You who carry such a restless and aching heart. Slow down and take a breath. Amidst the rushing current of 1,000 noisy sounds out there, allow yourself to pause in this quiet little corner. It is no coincidence that your eyes caught this message. Nor is it random that your scrolling finger suddenly stopped. There are no accidents in this universe. Your presence here, right at this very moment, is a purposeful arrangement that I have carefully orchestrated, just to send a personal whisper to you from the heavens. I know you've been so exhausted lately, haven't you? I have always watched your small silhouette from behind. I was there during those long, restless nights, when the room faded into darkness and you let the tears roll down silently, not daring to sob out loud. I understand that unsteady feeling when you have to put on a strong facade, forcing a smile every morning even though deep down, your soul is covered in scratches. You feel lost, bewildered, and sometimes you wonder if anyone truly hears your secret prayers. Today, I am here through these words, through this voice, to tell you I have heard it all, and I have come to soothe your shoulders. Tense from all the weariness, there is an invisible fog obscuring your vision, keeping you from seeing the blessings lining up for you just ahead. There is a secret, a spiritual knot that has imprisoned your energy and joy for so long, and I have decided to untie it today. But my beloved child, miracles always require receptivity from an open heart. If you patiently stay with me, relax your mind, and walk with me through every teaching until the final seconds of this message, I promise to reveal a deeply important sign to you. It is a spiritual code, a truth hidden for so long that once you realize it, the entire trajectory of your life will shift toward a much brighter and more peaceful horizon. Before we step through the door of this divine transformation together, I want you to relax your shoulders, take a deep breath, and leave a comment with the word receive. This small act is your nod of consent, your affirmation to the universe that you are ready to let go of the pain to embrace the healing light. Type receive, and then stay until the very end. A mystical gift and true liberation await you ahead. Rest assured, for I am here now. I have seen the word receive light up from the depths of your consciousness. The moment you agreed and hit send, a massive frequency of energy was activated in heaven. The covenant has been confirmed. The greatest shift of your life has officially begun. Now, focus your entire mind on my voice. Let every word I declare right now soak deep into every cell, every vein in your body, my child. I know there are nights you are so exhausted that you can only look up to the sky and scream in silence. Why me? Why do I always have to endure more than others? Why do the wicked and the deceitful live comfortably, while I, someone who always tries to live with a kind heart, always yielding and giving, am constantly beaten down, used, and turned away from? You feel like you are trapped in a dark waiting room of the universe, while everyone around you has boarded the train to success and happiness. You doubt yourself. You wonder if you did something wrong. You wonder if you bear a karmic debt so heavy that you must suffer such endless streams of bad luck. Listen to me. Look straight at me and listen closely. You have done absolutely nothing wrong. Not a single tear of yours has fallen without me collecting it. Not a single pain or moment of self-pity has passed through your life in vain. The reason your life is full of storms, the reason you always feel like you don't belong to the crowd out there, is because you are not an ordinary person. O chosen one, you carry within you a great soul. I marked you before you were even formed in your mother's womb. I placed inside you a flame of pure light, so brilliant that it makes the dark forces tremble. Demons and negative energies never waste their time attacking the bland, the worthless. They only focus all their power on tearing down those who carry the mission to change the world. That is exactly why everything has been so hard for you. Your goodness became a target for the darkness. They tried everything to extinguish your flame. They sent treacherous people to choke out your faith in love. They created financially draining situations to make you falter and fear. They constantly sowed seeds of doubt in your mind, twisting your thoughts, making you think you are a failure, someone unworthy of love. They wanted you to surrender. They wanted you to accept a mediocre fate, but they were wrong. They didn't know that the flame I ignited cannot be blown out by any worldly hurricane. Just as I spoke from ancient times, and today I say it specifically to you, when you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze. Do you see? O chosen one, the fire wasn't made to destroy you. The fire was made to forge you. The more you are forged in suffering, the brighter your resilient ego shines. Like pure gold, the days of agonizing pain, the stumbles that seem to break you into pieces that you just walked through, were not punishments at all. That was a divine furnace. I needed to break every weakness, every dependency, every narrow mindset within you. I had to clear away the dregs to prepare you to step onto the throne of your own life. And right now, I bring you a declaration that will reshape the rest of your life. Your season of testing is officially over, that's right. It is finished, I decree it at this very moment. Every pain, every restraint, every dead end has reached its final limit. The time for crying in the dark is over. The time for bowing your head and enduring unworthy people is over. Open your arms wide. The suffocation that has enveloped your living space for so many years is crumbling. A new breath of life is flooding into your room right now. An era of divine acceleration is crashing down upon your life. O chosen one, the universe's compensation for you is arriving, and it will be hundreds, thousands of times greater than what was stripped away from you. What others struggle for 10 years to build, I will hand to you in just a blink of the upcoming grace. Stop looking back at the past. Stop regretting the people who turned their backs or the opportunities that slipped away. Those things are too small and outdated. They are no longer worthy of the new level to which I am elevating you. But to receive this monumental shift, your mind must be as sharp as a sword, and you must not be distracted. Right now, the darkness is thrashing about because they know they have failed. They are about to lose control over your life forever. In the next few minutes, they will try to distract you, planting whispers of doubt in your head. Don't believe this. It's not real. Your life will always be stuck like this. Command those voices to be silent. The power lies in your hands, in your absolute faith in me. It's time for us to deliver the decisive blow together. It's time to shatter the 3 core chains sealing the fate of the chosen one. Blink your eyes. Take a deep breath and square your shoulders. The miracle is no longer a promise in the distant future. It is blazing right in your hands. Hold your ground. For the first chain, the chain strangling your finances and blocking your career, is about to detonate right now. Close your eyes for a split second. Take a deep breath and listen to the sharp, resounding crack echoing through the unseen realm around you. For that is the sound of the first chain crumbling under my absolute authority, the chain of financial stagnation, poverty, and a stifled career. I was there, present right beside you, in those long, quiet nights, when the whole world fell asleep and you sat numb in the dark, bitterly staring at the cold glow of your phone screen, calculating the due bills, the debts weighing heavily on your frail shoulders, and the living expenses eroding your last drop of vitality. I felt to the core the bitter resentment in your throat when you had to put on neat clothes and step out every morning, striving and working 5 or 10 times harder than anyone else, dedicating yourself with all your kindness, intellect, and devotion, only to reap meager, cruel numbers. You gritted your teeth to endure the unfair pressures at work. You took on the hardest tasks, hoping your sincerity would be rewarded. Yet opportunities for promotion were always snatched away at the last minute in the most bitter ways. Doors that seemed wide open, promises that seemed solid, suddenly slammed shut right before your eyes. And money, the thing you sweat, blood and tears to earn, just evaporated, slipping through your fingers for the most absurd reasons. You stood there, watching the liars, the lazy, those who use dirty tricks to trample over others effortlessly, climb the ladder, living carefree in luxury, shopping without looking at price tags, throwing lavish parties, and then you shrank back into the corner of your room, doubting your own abilities, wondering if you were truly incompetent, wondering if you carried a massive karmic debt from a past life, and bitterly thinking that fate had doomed you to a life of struggle, to be a slave to money forever. That persistent destitution didn't just exhaust you physically, it also suffocated your self-esteem, extinguished your grand dreams, made you hesitate over a favorite item, made you feel guilty for not being able to provide a fulfilling life for the ones you love, and planted an overwhelming fear in your mind, an obsession about a tomorrow with nothing to hold on to. But oh, my chosen one, hold your head high and hear this truth clearly, that poverty, struggle, and stagnation were never, and will never be, your fault. Nor are they a karma or a fate arranged for you. It was a deeply vicious spiritual attack, a cowardly scheme spun by the dark forces to hinder the steps of a great soul. They secretly bound your life with a curse of scarcity because they saw very clearly the pure flame and massive power sleeping within you. The enemies of light knew that if you had enough financial resources, if you touched financial freedom, you wouldn't live selfishly like the ordinary mortals out there. You would use that kind heart, use that wealth to uplift the vulnerable, to create beautiful values, to shine brilliantly and save countless other souls from the mud. Your prosperity is the greatest threat to the darkness, terrified of that prospect. They turned destitution into an invisible prison to lock up your mind, forcing you to struggle day and night with the survival math of food and money, draining your energy through petty anxieties, all to make you exhausted, make you fall, and make you permanently forget the high, sacred mission I entrusted to you before you descended to earth. They wanted to choke your voice with debts. They wanted you to believe the lie that poverty is a virtue, that you must endure this scraping by to refine your soul. But that is a brutal lie, because the universe I created is a universe of endless abundance, where there is no room for lack. And as the chosen one, you were born to inherit all the plenty, the glory, and the authority of the kingdom of heaven, not to pick up the crumbs falling from the tables of others. The season of testing and the limit of endurance have officially been broken at this sacred moment. There is no more delay or compromise by the supreme power of the Creator, the one who holds all treasures, all gold mines, and all energy flows of the universe. I strike a judgment down upon your life and declare, the curse of lack binding you has been completely smashed to ashes. Stretch your shoulders, open your arms wide, and directly feel the burning life force of prosperity pouring down from the ninth heaven, piercing through the atmosphere, striking straight into the crown of your head, and crashing into your life like an unstoppable waterfall. A new era, a grand cycle named Divine Acceleration has officially been activated on the map of your destiny. From this moment on, the rules of the game have completely changed. You will never again have to run headlong in a desperate, exhausting, and humiliating chase after money. Instead, resources, assets, opportunities, and massive cash flows will automatically sniff out your energy and find you like a magnet attracting iron. In the coming days and weeks, you will witness financial miracles so spectacular that human logic cannot possibly explain them. Unexpected funds from sources you never anticipated will pour into your account. A grand collaboration offer, a job position with compensation far beyond all calculations will automatically knock on your door. The debts that have haunted you for years will suddenly be resolved smoothly and gently in the blink of an eye. Those who once mocked, rejected, or underestimated you will be forced to watch in awe as you step onto the launchpad of brilliant success, and what the enemy cowardly stole from you. The lost opportunities. The years of youth crushed in struggle over the past 10 years. I will force them to spit out and repay you 100, 1,000 times over, cramming abundance into your life until you no longer have enough room to store it. However, even though the treasury gates are thrown wide open, even though the waterfall of prosperity is roaring and waiting, the universe always operates on an immutable law, the law of consent. Divine wealth cannot step into your life if you still cling to a poverty mindset, and it requires you to bravely step up and sign the covenant of abundance yourself to officially receive this royal privilege. Your heart must completely believe. Your will must be as sharp as a sword. You must not let any whispering doubts of the darkness shake your resolve in this fateful moment. Right now, without hesitation, without thinking for another split second, scroll down to the comments section and type the word "ready." This action is not simply typing lifeless keys, it is you firing a flare gun into the spiritual sky, emitting a fierce vibrational frequency that pierces the stratosphere, commanding tens of thousands of angels of wealth, millions of unseen resources to start moving, clearing the path, and bringing miracles to lay at your doorstep. When you type "ready," you are boldly declaring to the entire solar system, the lesson of poverty is over. I reject destitution. I embrace the ultimate wealth that belongs to me. Do it now, so the financial covenant can be sealed forever. Good. The energy is confirmed. But wait, my little child, even though the financial chains have snapped, when I look deep into your eyes, I still see your heart bleeding from another pain, one much crueler and deeper betrayal, the stabs in the back, and extreme loneliness amidst a sea of people. It is time we dragged those psychological manipulating ghosts into the light, clearing out the toxic people to smash the second chain. It is time we dragged those psychological manipulating ghosts into the light, clearing out the toxic people to smash the second chain. Relax your breathing, O chosen one, and let the warmth of my voice soothe the tightness in your chest right now. I know that whenever relationships are mentioned, a bitter lump rises in your throat. I was there, silently standing right behind you on those cold, rainy nights, when you curled up on your empty bed, clutching your phone and wondering why. Among the thousands of acquaintances out there wasn't a single person who truly understood you. I saw your resentful tears when you were betrayed by the very people you trusted enough to entrust with your back. You loved with a bare, pure, and most sincere heart. You were always the one to yield, the one to bear the disadvantages, the solid leaning post for others whenever they collapsed. You poured your heart and soul into giving, contributing without calculation to friends, to lovers, to partners, and even to those carrying the title of family. But what did you get in return? When you stood on the edge of the abyss, when you needed an extended hand the most, they turned their backs. They exploited your kindness as if it were a given. They drained your energy, and then heartlessly walked away, leaving you stranded with countless bleeding wounds. That injustice froze your heart. You started building defensive walls. You became terrified of opening up again. You withdrew into yourself, gnawing on extreme loneliness and starting to blame yourself. Am I not good enough? Am I too stupid? Why do I always attract such ungrateful and selfish people? Hear my decree. O soul carrying the royal bloodline of heaven, stop condemning yourself immediately. Their betrayal does not reflect your value. It reflects their baseness. The reason you always feel out of place, always become a target for energy vampires, is because you carry an incredibly brilliant light. The dark enemies couldn't use power to crush you. So they used a more vicious trick. They sent psychological vampires disguised as relatives, friends, and lovers to infiltrate your circle of life. They used toxic emotional ties, manipulation, and sweet lies to bind you tightly, forging the second chain to imprison your heart in torment. They wanted you exhausted from the trauma. They wanted you to lose faith in humanity, so that you would be forever locked in an oasis of isolation, never finding true allies who could build great things alongside you. Sometimes, I myself had to create that isolation, wrapping you in silence to protect you from those who wanted to exploit your light. The loneliness you have endured all this time was not abandonment, but a sterile spiritual quarantine zone to preserve the life of the chosen one. But today, that cocoon must be broken. The purification phase is complete by the authority of the one who sees through all human hearts. I call out the second chain, the chain of toxic emotional karma, of loneliness and betrayal, and I command it to shatter to pieces right here. Every curse of isolation, every invisible bond from those who have hurt you, every trauma rooted in your subconscious. I use the most sacred fire to sever them forever, starting from this moment. Your vibrational frequency is being pushed to an entirely new realm. You will never again be a rest stop for lost and toxic souls. Your aura will now become a reflective shield, automatically repelling and driving away all those with malicious intents to use you. And my greatest compensation for you is beginning. The space around you has been cleared, and I am personally opening the gates for divine connections to march valiantly into your life. I am directing true benefactors, people carrying healing energy, loyal partners, those who share the same ideals and high vibrational frequency straight to you. They are not coming to demand or drain you. They are coming to honor you. They will see the brilliantly beautiful value hidden deep inside you that the blind fools of the past missed. They will be the ones to lift you up when your knees are weary, the ones to bring you golden opportunities, the ones willing to walk through the fire with you without a single ulterior motive. These destined relationships will piece back every broken fragment in your soul, bringing you a pure kind of love, an absolute peace that you have always longed for. But O chosen one, the laws of the universe are extremely strict. New wine cannot be poured into old wineskins. The blessing of new connections cannot descend if your hands are still clinging to the garbage of the past. You cannot expect benefactors to appear if you are still agonizing over someone who treated you poorly. You must let go. Forgiveness is not to excuse their mistakes, but to untie your own soul. You must decisively turn your back on the relationships that pull you down, permanently slamming the door on those who only seek you out when they need you. Do you dare to do that? Are you ready to clear the throne in your mind, to receive the reverence you deserve? If your heart is truly unbound, if you agree to hand over the painful past to me and are ready to throw your arms wide open to welcome the destined benefactors on their way, you must make a gesture of confirmation. Right at this sacred moment, hit the like button on this message. Touching the like button right now is not a normal social media interaction. It is a spiritual consensus. It is the resounding roar of your soul signaling to your guardian angels, I am done with those who hurt me. I close the door to exploitation, and I officially open the door to welcome divine connections into my life. Hit that button right now. So the sound of the second seal shattering echoes across heaven. Very good, my resilient child. I feel the relief spreading deep within your chest, like a 1,000-pound boulder has just been lifted away. Your vitality has returned, but hold tight to your focus, because this battle has not yet reached its end. 2 chains have snapped, but the third, the most terrifying, the most cunning chain, the one directly stifling your core power and your greatest life purpose, is still hiding. Brace yourself, my child, for what I am about to reveal next will shatter every limit you ever knew about yourself. The 1,000-pound boulder of loneliness and betrayal was just lifted from your chest. But I know that when the space around you goes quiet, a vague sigh still echoes deep within your soul. The first 2 chains have snapped, But the dark enemy still hides a final weapon, the most vicious, the most cunning, and the one most deeply ingrained in your subconscious. That is the third chain, the chain of low self-esteem, aimlessness, and the suppression of your life's mission. Let my voice guide you deep into your own mind right now. I see through the vast, empty spaces in your soul. I have watched you countless times waking up in the morning, staring at the ceiling, or standing quietly in front of the mirror, facing your own reflection and feeling a spine-chilling emptiness. A secret, yearning voice constantly rings in your chest. Is this really all there is to my life? What on earth was I born into this world to do? Why do I always feel like there is something greater waiting? Yet I can't seem to reach it. O chosen one, you have lived in that precarious feeling for too long. You see your peers, the people around you, one by one, identifying their goals, reaping achievements, and walking steadily on their paths. As for you, you feel like you are permanently stuck in a waiting room of the universe. You just sit there, watching the trains of life speed by, carrying others forward, while you are stuck in place, holding onto a massive block of potential that is slowly rusting because it has no opportunity to be revealed. You have worked hard. You have tried many ways. You have tried to fit in. But no matter how many facades you put on, deep down, you always feel you do not belong to this ordinary, mundane world. That feeling of being stuck, that helplessness is eroding your spirit day by day. It sows imposter syndrome into your head. It makes you devalue yourself. You begin to compromise with reality. You tell yourself, maybe I am just an ordinary person. Maybe my dreams are too unrealistic. Maybe I should settle. Find a stable job. Live an obscure life with no waves. Unnoticed by anyone. Stop it right now. Extinguish those lowly thoughts immediately. O child carrying the bloodline of the stars. That confusion and low self-esteem is not the real you. That is the dark's most perfect masterpiece. They realized that even if they stripped away your money or tore apart your relationships, the flame of inner strength inside you still had the ability to heal itself and blaze up again. Therefore, they created the third seal, a thick spiritual fog, and threw it right over your mind. The sole purpose of this seal is to brainwash you. They want a mighty lion like you to believe you are just a weak sheep. They use society's judgments, the crowd's prejudices, and sometimes the criticisms from those closest to you to shackle your mindset. They programmed you to live a small life, to shrink back, to fear failure, to worry about how others look at you. Because, O chosen one, what the darkness fears most in this entire universe is not an army, but one soul that is completely awakened and aware of its true power. They know that the day you realize your mission, the day you let out the roar of a true king, a true queen, the entire empire of deceit, tyranny, and negativity around you will collapse. You will not only save yourself, but you will pull thousands, tens of thousands of other souls out of the darkness with you. Therefore, today, right at this very moment, I bring you the most blinding truth to permanently burn away that fog of lies. Hear my decree. You were not born to be the background in someone else's life. You are not a faded supporting character in the story of this world. You are the vanguard. You are a generational curse breaker. The sufferings, the losses, the times you were stabbed in the back, the tears you swallowed inside. Not a single one of them was meaningless. That was not a punishment, but the most rigorous, highest level training program that I reserve exclusively for the greatest warriors of light. How could you heal those who are bleeding if you have never borne scars yourself? How could you guide others through the storm if you have never once been submerged in despair? Every single pain you have tasted is the raw material for me to forge the sword of destiny for you. Everything has been prepared. The throne is empty and awaiting its master. But O chosen one, I must tell you this, The third seal is completely different from the first two. The two seals regarding finances and relationships. I could use my authority to smash them for you. But the seal of life's mission, it cannot be broken from the outside. It must be smashed from right inside you. It demands from you an ultimate weapon that no one else can wield for you, pure faith and the will to step forward. To break this seal, you cannot just sit still and wait for a miracle to fall on your head. You must stand up and step out of the waiting room of life. It requires you to crazily believe in your own greatness, even when you have absolutely no physical proof in your hands yet. You must dare to cleanly sweep away the impoverished mindsets, the self-doubt, the fears of what people will think of me. You must stop asking the world for permission to shine. You must step into the unknown with absolute pride, declaring, "Who am I to be afraid? I am the chosen one of the universe. I carry within me the flow of immortal creation, and I was born to win." Today, I officially launch a new season for you, the season of absolute clarity and the season of rising. Close your eyes once more. My warrior, feel a brilliant golden light crashing down from the crown of your head, incinerating all the invisible strings tying down your mind. The chains snap, the restraints detonate. The obscurity is over. From this moment on, you will no longer be confused about the path you must take. Everything will become as clear as day. Doors that you previously couldn't even see will stand towering right before your eyes. Opportunities to showcase your talents, projects to dedicate yourself to, and people who need your light will appear one after another, fitting together perfectly like pieces of a grand puzzle. The passions you once buried for the sake of making a living will rise up powerfully. And this time, those very passions will bring you both ultimate glory and ultimate abundance. You will work not out of compulsion, but from the flow of divine inspiration. You will speak words full of authority. You will act with an unshakable confidence, because you know clearly that I am walking right beside you, lifting your every step. Stretch your shoulders. O chosen one, strip off the cloak of a weak, suffering, and unlucky victim right now. That is not your size. Put on the royal robe of self-worth and power. You are the master of your destiny. Your existence on this earth is a priceless gift. And it is time for you to tear open that gift, to dazzle the whole world. Do you feel the freedom flowing in every vein? Every chain has officially dissolved into smoke. You are completely liberated. The three darkest seals have been destroyed. You are now standing in your most brilliant, purest, and most powerful state since you were born. But when the barriers have fallen, when your grand self has risen, what happens next? How do you maintain this power and make every blessing in the world automatically find you without any forceful striving? Hold on to your racing heartbeat, because the universe never lets you step onto the battlefield without the ultimate weapon. When all three seals are broken at the same time, the most magnificent spiritual phenomenon will be activated right in your energy field. I call it the divine magnet, and what it brings will far exceed the wildest cravings your imagination could ever touch. O chosen one, take a deep breath and feel the shift in the atmosphere around you right now. The breeze of grace is caressing your skin from deep within your core. A massive energy vortex is being ignited. As those three restraining seals are smashed to ashes, your entire biological and spiritual energy field has been completely unleashed, creating a supernatural magnetic pull like never before. All these years, you have lived the way mortals do. You ran. You ran yourself ragged, chasing after money. You chased after fragile opportunities. You chased after love, chased after the validation of others. You knocked on every door. You pleaded. You persuaded. You used the exhausted strength of a tiny being to try to bend reality. But from this moment on, O child carrying my royal bloodline, the rules of the game have changed forever. Divine acceleration has been activated, and the divine magnet inside you is beginning to spin. You will never, ever have to run and chase after anything again. From today on, You only need to stand still in your authority. You only need to exist, breathe, and shine. Everything from money, resources, and people to miracles will automatically be pulled toward you at a terrifying speed. Like thousands of iron filings, unable to resist the pull of a giant magnet. The power of this magnet operates on 3 grand dimensions, and you are about to witness its operation right in your actual life. First, it automatically attracts resources and provision. Money is no longer something you have to trade blood and tears for. It becomes a natural flow, finding its way to you through countless avenues that the human mind cannot foresee. You will wake up on a normal morning, check your phone, and see a balance notification from a completely unexpected source. An investment thought to be dead will suddenly yield brilliant returns. Work ideas that flash into your head in the middle of the night will instantly turn into ethical, legitimate money-making machines. Massive projects, major clients, and lucrative contracts will bypass thousands of competitors to actively come knocking at your door, simply because they are drawn to the prosperous energy radiating from you. You will no longer have to penny pinch every dime, because the universe will pour abundance into your pockets faster than you can spend it. Second, it automatically attracts destined connections. You no longer need to force yourself into awkward networking events or try to build relationships with the powerful. The divine magnet will emit a special frequency that only benefactors with great souls can tune into. Exceptional mentors, great teachers, loyal partners, and people ready to roll out the red carpet for you will suddenly appear in your life. A stranger you happen to meet in a coffee shop will become the bridge that brings you $1 million contract. Your name will be mentioned in closed rooms where major decisions are made, by influential people you've never even met. That is not random luck. That is my miraculous arrangement through the pull of this magnet. And third, the most astonishing of all, it attracts supernatural favor. O chosen one, supernatural favor is the ultimate privilege that I bestow only upon my most beloved children. What does it mean? It means that the normal rules of this world will be bent for you. Systems that once rejected you will suddenly turn around to welcome you. Doors locked tight by countless legal barriers and strict conditions will automatically blow off their hinges as soon as you step up. There are positions, opportunities where, by standard logic, you are not qualified, yet they will still choose you. People will look at you and feel an unconditional affection and trust that they themselves cannot explain. Those who once hated you will be forced to stand silently aside to make way for you to shine. Wherever you go, the light of favor will roll out a golden carpet beneath your feet. Your heart is racing, isn't it? You are feeling the magnitude of the picture I have just painted for you. But wait, look deep into my eyes right now. I must change my tone, because there is an extremely brutal truth. A life or death spiritual warning that you must engrave into your bones right now. When the divine magnet is turned on, when your aura pierces the sky, do you think the darkness will just sit still with folded arms and watch? Right now, in the unseen world, the enemy is panicking. The negative empire that once imprisoned you is shaking violently. They have lost control of the 3 seals, and they know they are about to lose you forever. They are frantically thrashing around, and because they cannot touch your soul or destroy the blessings I have bestowed upon you, they will launch their final counterattacks. Extremely cowardly and cunning. I call it the spiritual warfare of the final days before the finish line. Within the next few days, or even hours after hearing this message, you will see the opposition begin to manifest. They don't come in the form of terrifying monsters. They come in the form of petty incidents, minor annoyances meant to provoke you, distract you, and drag your vibrational frequency back down into the mud of anger. It could be a ridiculously terrible traffic jam on the exact day you have an important event. It could be an electronic device suddenly breaking down. It could be a mistaken billing invoice. Or more maliciously, they will borrow the mouths of the people around you to attack you. A co-worker will drop an unprovoked sarcastic remark. A family member will pour cold water on your hopeful plans. A stranger on the internet will leave a hateful, malicious comment. They will try to create chaos, create conflict out of thin air, instigate arguments, to make you scream, to make you cry, to make you feel helpless. What is the sole purpose of all these clown shows? To make you doubt what I have just decreed. They want you to tell yourself, see, there's no miracle. God isn't here. My life is still as miserable and messed up as before. O chosen one, if you fall into the trap, if you lose your temper, if you lower yourself to argue with the ignorant, or if you let those petty incidents strip away your radiant faith, you will single-handedly turn down the pull of the divine magnet. You will single-handedly delay the arrival of your glory. Therefore, I command you with boundless love, do not react, do not lose your focus. When those troubles strike in the coming days, I want you to smile. That's right. Smile with absolute pride. Consider it the clearest confirmation from the universe that you are on the right path. And the darkness is in its death throes. Only those who are winning get attacked. Lowly foot soldiers are never assassinated. Only the king stepping onto the throne is the target of the enemy's arrows. But fear not, for those arrows are nothing but the smoke of illusions. Remember my words when you walk through the fire. The flames will not set you ablaze. I have raised a massive energy shield encasing your entire being. No weapon forged against you can harm you. No force on earth or in hell can reverse the blessings I have dropped into your life today. My protection is absolute. Every curse aimed at you will instantly rebound upon the one who cast it. But oh my warrior, the most perfect shield is not just for defense. It also requires resonance from you to completely lock down the spiritual loopholes and activate the divine magnet to its maximum capacity. I need you to deliver a decisive counterblow to the dark forces. Light only truly dispels darkness when it is multiplied, spread, and shared. If you hoard this blessing for yourself, the light will only remain at a maintenance level. But if you share it, it will create an optical explosion that blinds every evil energy lurking around you, right at this moment. While your energy field is at its brightest, I need you to perform an act of authority. Share this message with at least one person. Do not scroll past this request. This is not a social media strategy. This is your spiritual weapon. When your finger taps the share button, sending this message to a friend, a family member, or even sharing it publicly on your profile, you are performing a ritual of multiplying light. You are telling the universe, I don't just receive blessings for myself. I am ready to become a conduit for God's prosperity to reach other suffering souls. Every single share of yours is a sword strike decapitating doubt. It is a slap right in the face of selfishness and fear. It is a death sentence for the 3 chains the enemy worked so hard to set up. Moreover, the person you just sent this message to, it is highly likely that just last night, they too cried all their tears in despair. Exactly like you. And I am borrowing your hands to throw them a lifeline. When you save someone, that merit will automatically bounce back and amplify your magnet's pull 10,000-fold. Do it now. Oh chosen one, hit the share button right now. Choose someone your intuition is pointing to. Send this light out. Absolutely wonderful. The spiritual sky just flashed with an intensely blinding light from your action. The shield has been permanently sealed. The divine magnet is spinning at maximum speed. Now, the grandest preparations are complete. The enemy is defeated. The darkness is pushed back. The painful past is burned to ashes. You are ready to step out into the light and claim your crown. But for this miracle to officially bear fruit in the physical world, I need you to adhere to one final principle. This is a strictly critical time code that you are not allowed to violate. Your life in the next 2 days will determine the speed at which the entire treasure trove I just handed to you will manifest. Focus intently, because we are entering the 48-hour miracle window. Hear my decree, O chosen one. In the spiritual realm, all chains have snapped and blessings have been poured out. But for those invisible energies to manifest into physical matter, into the cash you hold in your hands, into the opportunities you see with your eyes and hear with your ears, the universe requires a brief delay. The next 48 hours are the most sacred incubation period. During these 2 days, all of heaven is working at full capacity to rearrange the physical order around you. The angels are clearing the path. The gears of destiny are locking into place. But your vibrational state right now is extremely sensitive. You are like a device that has just been upgraded to the highest frequency. And I command you to guard this frequency band at all costs. In the next 48 hours, guard your mouth closely. Do not utter a single word of complaint under any circumstances. Do not say I'm out of money. I'm so tired. Or probably nothing will change. Your words right now hold universe-creating power. If you speak of lack, you will extinguish the divine magnet. Instead, speak only the words of a king holding a scepter. I am abundant. I am receiving. The miracle is on its way. Everything is working out for my highest good. Next, guard your eyes and your mind. Do not scroll through your phone to look at morbid, toxic news or cheap internet drama where people tear each other apart. Do not let the hateful energy of the crowd pollute the pure space we have just created. Listen to frequency-raising music. Take a walk under the sun. Breathe in the fresh air. And keep your mind in absolute peace. And most importantly, keep your eyes wide open to look for the sign. Wake up tomorrow morning with a burning anticipation. Like a child waiting for a gift. Check your phone with the belief that a wonderful message is about to pop up. Open your inbox with excitement. The first sign I send may not come in a flashy, loud manner. It could be a call from a long-lost acquaintance, bringing a golden opportunity. It could be an email notifying you of a cleared debt or an unexpected deposit into your account. It could be an idea flashing into your mind so sharply that you know for sure it is the voice of heaven. When you see that sign, no matter how small, smile and say out loud, "Thank you. I have received it, my beloved child." Before we conclude this grand spiritual surgery, I want to teach you one final secret of the universal law. The greatest faith is not believing when you have already seen the result, but having ultimate gratitude even before the miracle has manifested. The impoverished always wait until they have money to give. Wait until they are safe to give thanks. But the chosen one is different. You act as if your prayer has already been answered, and to prove to the universe that you have completely shaken off the scarcity mindset, shaken off the fear of money, I invite you to perform a ritual of abundance. Plant a seed of blessing right now. The donation link has been placed in the pinned comment below. Do not worry about whether the number is large or small, because the universe does not count money. The universe counts the frequency of generosity. When you sow a financial seed with voluntary gratitude, you are broadcasting the most authoritative message. I am no longer afraid of lack, because I know my supply from the Most High is infinite. Your giving at this moment will officially activate the law of cause and effect at the highest level. Every seed you sow during this miracle window will be recorded by heaven, watered with holy water, and multiplied hundreds, thousands of times over to bounce right back into your own pockets. Plant that seed with a radiant smile, because you know for certain that the greatest harvest of your life has begun. My child, look at yourself. You are no longer the timid, exhausted, and bruised person from half an hour ago. The old shell has been completely stripped away. The 3 restraining seals have crumbled. The divine magnet is blazing in your chest. The throne is waiting for you to step up. You are never alone. I am always here. In every beat of your heart, in every breath you take, in every step you take forward. Whenever you feel unsteady, call my name, and I will hold you in my arms. The era of dead ends has ended. The era of brilliance has begun. Stand up straight, put on your crown, and step out into the world. Go in peace, my beloved child. All the absolute best of this universe now officially belongs to you.